Sony and Microsoft have been in a brutal console war for over 2 decades now. Every generation is the same pattern: faster GPUs, bigger SSDs, more cinematic visuals, and now live subscriptions, services, and endless monetizations. But while they were chasing raw power and prestige, Nintendo did something weird. They released a low-powered portable console with detachable controllers and absolutely no interest in winning the console war. No cutting-edge hardware, no massive online infrastructure, no war over who had the better exclusive at launch. And yet, the Nintendo Switch outsold both the PlayStation and Xbox. This isn't just surprising, it's historic. So the question is, how did Nintendo win the console war without even competing in it? Let's go back to the mid-2010s. The PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One were deep in their cycle. Sony was dominating with top-tier exclusives like God of War and The Last of Us, while Microsoft was trying to recover from the Xbox One's shaky launch. Around 2017, Sony launched the PlayStation Pro, a souped-up console designed to bring 4K gaming to the masses. Microsoft followed with the Xbox One X, boasting the most powerful console ever made. And Nintendo? They released the Switch. A portable system with performance closer to a tablet than a console. No 4K, no flashy specs, and yet it launched with Breath of the Wild.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
A game that became an instant classic. The thing is, Nintendo never wanted to compete in the power race. They deliberately avoided it. Their focus? Accessibility, creativity, and gameplay-first design. Instead of trying out to outmuscle the competition, they dodged the fight completely. One of Nintendo's biggest advantages is that they develop both the console and the games for it. That might not sound revolutionary, but it completely changes how games are built. When Nintendo designs a Mario or a Zelda game, they're not guessing how it will perform on a third-party platform. They know the hardware inside out because they built it themselves. Think about the Joy-Cons, motion controls, IR sensors, HD rumble. Quirky features most developers wouldn't even touch, but Nintendo integrates them directly into gameplay, like 1-2 switch arms or Mario Party. This tight integration creates experiences you simply cannot replicate on PlayStation or Xbox. It's not just a hardware thing, it's a philosophy, building systems that support Nintendo-style fun. Modern AAA games often feel obsessed with realism. Whether it's sweet texture or perfect ray tracing, there is a growing belief that better graphics equal better games, but Nintendo flips that logic on its head. Their best-selling games rarely chase realism, they chase feel. Take Breath of the Wild for example. Visually, it's not the most powerful open-world game, but it delivers freedom, exploration, and a physics system that turns the entire map into a playground. Super Mario Odyssey does not feel like Horizon or Forbidden West, but it's infinitely more responsive, tight control, fast feedback, pure platform joy. Nintendo bets on timeless design instead of tech demos, and because of that, their games age better and stay fun for longer. Let's talk business now. Nintendo doesn't just make great games, they know how to sell them. Their titles rarely go on sale. A Mario Kart game released in 2017? Well, it's still $60 and people keep buying it. Why? Because they create games with long-term appeal. Games you can play with friends, with family, and kids 5 years later, and they will still feel fresh. Compare that to a AAA game live service that burn out in like 6 months. Nintendo's approach, build once, sell forever. Add to that things like amiibos, family bundles, and themed consoles, and suddenly you see why Nintendo is one of the most profitable companies in the industry, despite releasing fewer games than their rivals. So let's talk results. The Switch has sold over 130 million units. It's currently the third best-selling console of all time, and it's still going. Meanwhile, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X are stuck in traditional cycles, relying on huge marketing pushes and third-party support. Nintendo built a slower, weaker console and beat everyone with it. They've proven that you don't need a faster GPU, you need to understand your audience and build unforgettable experiences. That is the Nintendo's difference. So how did Nintendo win the console war without really competing? They stopped chasing power and they focus on fun. They built a console and a library that worked together and ignored the pressure to follow the same path as Sony and Microsoft. Because when you think of buying or playing a video game like Mario or you're buying Zelda, you're not buying the game, you're buying the console. While the industry moves toward cloud streaming, subscriptions, and photorealistic engines, Nintendo quietly reminds us that great games don't need to be complicated. Sometimes they just need to be joyful, and in the end, that's what people remember. The Switch 2 is coming soon, and it's already been pre-ordered to the max and has a lot of better GPUs and better graphics and all of the things that we mentioned. But again, the thing that most people are excited about are the new Donkey Kong game and the new Mario game, which shows as long as you have really good games, it doesn't matter how strong the console is, it will succeed, because we want to play fun games before everything. Thank you for watching.